So it is a little wet today. And today is National Ride to Work Day. So of course, it's gorgeous weather. Perfect day to ride. Or not. But my last video, when I said I ride to work rain or shine, whatever the weather, this is what I meant. This is actually not the worst I've seen. I've stopped once because I was like, this is just ridiculous. I can't see. I could barely see my handlebars, much less the car in front of me. This is fine. Actually, before we get going, one thing I do is put it in urban, because we're not in a race and I want to get there. And the different riding modes are one of the big factors in choosing this bike, so might as well take advantage of them. My bike was so nice and clean. Oh well. But yeah, this thing handles fine in the rain. I haven't had any issues whatsoever. So it was crazy last night. I have the Galaxy S6 phone, and last night I was charging it. I don't know what its deal was, but it got so hot I couldn't even touch the thing. Like I could not unplug it this morning because it was so hot. I couldn't touch it long enough to unplug it. I had to grab something on my side table to just pry the cable out without me touching the phone. I let it sit there for a while it was unplugged, and I could finally hold it, but man, that phone has given me some trouble. It's simultaneously been the most expensive phone I've ever bought, and the worst. Even regardless of the price, it's the worst phone. Some really great hardware features. The fingerprint scanner is nice. The IR blaster lets you control your TV, is really cool. And overall the build quality is great, but Samsung's software just sucks. And I have to have it plugged into the wall pretty much all day. Yeah, if ever I'm near a charger, I'm charging that thing. And sometimes it tries to burn me to death. It must have been at least 130 degrees. I mean, I've stress tested phones as a software developer. Like, I've been around a lot of different phones, and I have never felt a phone that hot. I swear it was about to catch fire. What I should have done is just slapped it against my thigh and done a little training for the $12.99. Get my legs up in shape for getting roasted. But you know, I was thinking, holy crap, is my phone about to explode? So didn't think of it at the time. I actually wouldn't have minded if my phone had blown up. Well, melted, more like. If it blew up, that could cause some issues, but if it just decided to commit suicide, I'd be okay with that, because I'd go back to a Nexus phone and never look back. I wonder what's going on there. I've always used Nexus phones since I switched to Android, and I would definitely recommend it. Yeah, they are a hell of a lot better than anything anyone else makes, in my opinion. Plus, they're usually cheaper. Nexus 6 not so much, but generally they're a lot cheaper. Oh, and I forgot to show earlier, but this is my Keyport that I got. So that has my Monster key, obviously, also my mail key and house key at home, and my office key. And all in one nice little package. I still have my fob to get into my office, which I need to figure out if there's something I can do. I'm thinking I'll just put it on a carabiner and strap it somewhere, because, you know, I really love having nothing but a tiny little Kit Kat box for all my keys. And now I have a Kit Kat box. Not a Kit Kat, Tic Tac. What am I thinking? Tic Tac box. But this fob really screws up the whole aesthetic. But it can just be a pain having keys with a motorcycle, so this is definitely the way to go. I'll put a link to get it in the description, but it's the best, one of the best things you can buy for a motorcycle for under 50 bucks, because you will use it every time you ride, and times when you don't. That's one thing I think it's interesting. So if you want to buy things for your motorcycle, this is the one thing you'll use on and off your motorcycle every day. Almost every day, at least. I mean, how many toys can you buy for your motorcycle that you're going to use while you're not riding? Not a whole lot. And one thing I really like is, it's like, for a regular motorcycle, it's like $5 for a new key. For a Ducati, since they're chipped, which is great for security, but costs more, that I think it's like $200 to get a new key from Ducati, which is just crazy. I mean, that's what most cars cost, but still, this is madness. With Keyport, it's like $25. So, I mean, if you have a regular, just a non-chipped motorcycle, you're looking at probably $50 all said and done. If you're getting like a USB drive and you have a chipped motorcycle and you're getting a ton of keys, you're probably looking at closer to $100. I think that's what Taylor spent on his stuff. But, yeah, I mean, you can get everything set up for $50, and it's probably much cheaper than what you would pay to replace one motorcycle key. Like for me, I lost one already. It's somewhere. I'll probably find it, but maybe not. But yeah, one Keyport is way cheaper than it would be for me to replace that key. So do it before you lose your key, because if you have a spare, you just send them your spare, they'll copy it for you, and you're golden. And they'll tell you not to use two chips in one, but it worked for Taylor, so I've seen it working with 2 chips. So, you know, you can try it out, and if not, a new case isn't very expensive. You could just have 2 cases with all your keys. Just get one color for one bike and another color for the other bike. If you have like 8 bikes, that might get a little crazy, but I mean, you have 8 bikes, why are you going to complain? At least it stopped raining. I'm interested to see how well this drift performs in the rain. I actually don't have the waterproof case on right now. I have the regular back that lets me plug in my external mic. And I haven't heard of somebody breaking their camera from riding in the rain, but I have heard it's kind of split 50-50. Half of people are really worried about it and have all kinds of, like, they'll do like Subaru or electrical tape or something to try to plug up around the headphone jack. Some people are like, yeah, don't worry about it, it's fine. I fall into that camp. I hope it doesn't break. I'd be bummed if it broke, but I also don't want to deal with trying to find some crazy waterproofing every time I go out. So we'll see. Maybe I'll come up with something. So I've had a couple people actually contact me offering for me to go out, ride their bikes, and post a review. Definitely didn't expect such a response, especially so early into my videos. I really appreciate it. That's awesome, guys. I mean, I've ridden for a little while, but I wouldn't consider myself an authority on anything, but it's great that y'all value these videos and trust me enough to ride your bikes. I'm definitely careful with other people's bikes and appreciate the offers. And if you're in and around Austin, want me to do a video either with you or with your bike, I'm all for it. I'm looking for stuff to film, so and you know, I'll try out any bike. Talked to Ducati Austin about trying out the new Multistrada and the Diavel. I haven't ridden either, and they look like really interesting bikes. I don't think I'd buy either of them, but you know, it's always nice to know what's out there. And I mean, I talk about bikes, and I talk to people that are looking to buy bikes, so it's always good to be able to make a recommendation having ridden the bikes. It always bugs me when there's little raindrops on my visor. Those big raindrops, you can just turn your head to the side and the wind will take care of it. But these little guys, I turn my head and they don't blow away. Can't get them off. Unless you go fast enough. So I actually went and checked out the Rot Rally last weekend. It was pretty interesting. I've never been before. It seems like there's more that happens during the day, but I went at like, I guess it was about 9 o'clock on 6th Street, and it was just an absolute mess. I've never seen so many bikes. I don't even, maybe at Formula One, but there may have been more bikes on 6th Street than there were out at COTA for Formula One and MotoGP, especially MotoGP. There were actually definitely more on 6th Street than there were for Formula One, but MotoGP might have had it beat. If you're anywhere near Austin, especially if you own a Ducati, You should definitely check out MotoGP sometime. It's really fun. It's awesome. The Circuit of Americas is a great track, and Ducati really pulls out all the stops. Ducati Island's a lot of fun. You get to actually park your bike on the lawn in the middle of their like party. It's pretty cool. You really get the celebrity treatment. They also have a gear check, which is nice. You just walk up, hand them all your gear. They have lockers. They'll give you a tag. Come get them later. Watch everybody else carry around their helmet and jacket and backpack and all their stuff. Met Anthony from RevZilla TV last time I was there. It's a little smaller than I expected, but awesome company. His team's great. Products are great. Support is great. Nothing but good things from RevZilla. I've actually got a sticker from RevZilla on the back of my helmet. Yeah, if ever anybody asks about gear, I'll always send them to RevZilla. Actually, speaking of which, I have links to all the gear I use to RevZilla and my profile on YouTube. So if you like anything I have or just want to see what I have, it's all linked there. Those actually aren't affiliate links because I applied, but I haven't been approved. But whatever. I'll probably ping BoochZilla soon. That's his handle on Reddit. They're actually surprisingly active on Reddit. So they were actually a bunch of tech guys starting out. They were, just software guys that loved motorcycles and were tired of not having a place to shop. So they were like, well, we could build that. So they did. I've never met a founder of a store or site or anything that big so genuinely interested in getting to know his customers. Like at Coda, when I met him, he really wanted to know who you were, what you liked about bikes. He cared about your experience with the site. Like, he wanted to know that you enjoyed it or didn't enjoy it, but he just wanted to know you, and that was really cool. So you can definitely tell that the customer support and just the whole culture is definitely trickled down from the top. That looks fun. Alright guys, well I'm here.